Hey guys, Bitch Me back again with another video. Bow, you know the vibes. And today we got another FBL video. Now this is the draft awards for week 2. I know right now we are in week 4, but last week I got really busy and I was kind of waiting for the week 2 battle to be uploaded between Dolphin Squared and New Way so that I can have some more content to see if you know, battle was deserved an award, but they didn't upload it, so here we are with only a couple of battles uploaded. You know, let's not waste any time and get right into the pick'ems. So this week we had a lot of 5-0s coming into this week, I'm pretty sure, and we already did the PR, so you already know who the matchups were and who won and stuff. But I just want to look at like the I want to look at the difference between, you know, if people thought that they would win or if they lost or something. So the first person on that list is VA Pressure versus LA Infernapes. The LA Infernapes were favored to win 9-2, and the VA got that upset, so that's actually really great on them. Our next match we have is Manchester Slowpokes versus Utah Muse, to where the Manchester Park Slowpokes were actually favored to win versus the Utah Muse 9-2, and they actually were able to get Pokemon of the week, which is Volcanion. Now Volcanion actually got a freaking 6 kills in this match. Now what happens is Regwin and her Regice is able to pick up 2 kills off of Nidoqueen and Tauros, and then also her Heatran killed the Durant. Now what Apparator decides to do is bring in his Volcanion and go for a Flame Charge. I actually haven't turned this up. So yeah, what happens is he goes for Flame Charge, and I don't know, Regwin didn't really have anything to do with this because he able to get a Flame Charge off. Now he's at +1, and then Sludge Wave does great damage, but she decided to defog because she couldn't really touch the Volcanion. He goes for Earth Power on the Dragapult switching, gets great damage off on that. Now for some reason Dragapult ended up being slower than Volcanion, catching a freaking Steam Eruption, getting burned. No, actually the Dragapult DD, I forget what happened. I think Dragapult, no, hold on, I gotta go back actually. It catches the Earth Power. Oh no, it's just slower, so it gets hurt. Declaw brings in Porygon 2, Porygon Z gets smoked, and then Earth Power on the Heatran, and it just led up to a 60 for Volcanion. So shouts out to Volcanion and Apparator from the Manchester Park Slowpokes getting the Pokemon of the week with that 60. It was great to see. Now in another match we have the Red Spark Vikavolt versus Brooklyn Mantikes. That match was actually even in 5-5, and I believe Dolphin Squared and the Red Spark Vikavolt were able to take it over the Brooklyn Mantikes. So I don't have any footage from that video, so I couldn't put it in any contender. But yeah, after that we have Roman Empoleon versus Team Tempest, and where the Empoleons were favored to win by 1, it being 6-5, and that match actually has the Coach of the Week in Aaron from the Roman Empoleons. Now I decided to give Aaron Coach of the Week because not only did he win the battle, I believe 5-0, it just the things he brought. You see, Cryogonal dying to Serena U-turn, he brought in his Swampert here. Let me just turn up the speed. Yeah, he brought in Swampert, and then Kiwi decided to go into Dusclops. Now Kiwi, you know, unsuspectingly tries to Will-O-Wisp. He gets off a sub, and then he starts bulking up. Now a sub bulk up Swampert in front of the Dusclops. Why didn't he just go to +6? I feel like Aaron definitely just had a lot of control right after you turning out, and oh my god, I'm actually not even showing the screen. Wow. All right, so yeah, like I said, if you saw it, you can visualize it. Like I said, coaches will be in the description. You'll be able to see that if you want to actually look at it in depth. But here I got Dusclops versus Swampert. I believe Swampert is at like +2 on each side right now, and it doesn't look good for Kiwi. After that, Dusclops winds up going down to the Swampert after it just setting up so much. And Kiwi actually made a big mistake in this battle, and that's why it was so hard to give out Coach of the Week, because a lot of these battles had to deal with the opponent's mistakes, as to where once Swampert takes out Swampert took out 2 Pokemon, he goes into Zygarde here. Zygarde is naturally faster. Kiwi decides to go for it an extreme speed, in which I think it was a big throw, because Kiwi could have literally went for a different attack. E-Speed does not kill because Swampert has been increasing the defense, and there goes his Zygarde. After that, it becomes extremely hard for Kiwi to come back into the battle. I mean, all he has is Zeraora and Blissey. Once Zeraora is able to knock out the Swampert, it gets burned by Rotom, and then when he brings in Blissey, he Volt switches into Chandelure, and so where Chandelure also had Substitute, and Blissey couldn't touch Chandelure. It was also Calm Mind. It was a bad look, but like I said, this was just the battle I decided to pick because it was just so dominant on Aaron's side, as to where he had multiple different sets to deal with whatever Kiwi had to bring. We didn't even see Cobalion nor Hydreigon touch the field, so there's no telling what he had in the back. So shouts out to Aaron for getting Coach of the Week, and shouts out to Kiwi for being the victim. Alright, after that battle, we are going to go into Nashville Needle Kings versus PWD's Finest. That battle was favored for PWD's Finest, 6-5, and they did win the battle. After that, we have Milwaukee Medichams versus Atlanta Sabo. Now, this battle was played very late, and I was hoping Amoonguss would win. But sadly, something with the sets to where Amoonguss didn't really have the right coverage for certain things, and he ended up losing to Milwaukee Medichams, and I believe that was a 5-0 also. Now, the last battle that I have to go over is my own, and that is because I decided to pick my battle at Battle of the Week. Now, my battle was versus the New England Chartreuse, so the Trash Out Feed was versus New England Chartreuse, and I want to say this battle was Battle of the Week because it just had a lot of back and forth. Now, at the start of the battle, I decided to lead Lando. He led Ribombee. I believe I went for a U-turn here. Now, my Lando did have Psychic to deal with the Weezing, but I didn't want to just use it because I wasn't sure what he was going to do at the start of the battle. And just going through, I want to say having Salazzle for the Toxic is actually just really good because I could get it off on anything. I just decided to go for the Flamethrower though because I knew it would have gotten great damage, and burning this thing would have been great. He actually had the Tech Swift Swim Rain Dance on Seismitoad, but I wanted to play around safe. He just goes for knockoff. I figured if he set up rocks, it would be fine too. Here I just go into, I knew he wouldn't knock again, so I went into my Milotic to get some health back, but I proc my Orb. Now I figured if I had a chance, I could just bring in Landorus every single time and get some good damage off, and that's pretty much what happened. I don't want to like go through the whole battle because if you really want to, you will go watch it yourself. But after a bunch of momentum plays, putting myself in the best position, I believe I KO'd his Seismitoad with Salazzle. I had Licky Licky to check the Thundurus. Let's see. He finally gets off the Rain Dance in front of my Salazzle when I switched out into Mandibuzz. But I believe I just killed this thing. Oh no, it died to Toxic because I wanted a Frostlass. Oh, and Seismitoad was faster. So my Frostlass was also Focus Sash. I figured I could get anything off. He decides to go into his Tinkerbell, and I feel like this is where the battle really flipped for me. He decides to set up Sticky Webs, right? I know he's gonna set up Sticky Webs because why not, right? Or I didn't know he was gonna set up Sticky Webs. I figured that I could just hit anything, right? After that, after seeing Ribombee is faster, I knew he was just gonna swing. I could have went into Landorus, in my opinion. I think Landorus would have been a great switch in right here. Instead, I decided to let my Sash break on the Frostlass in order to trade it with the Ribombee. So that becomes a problem because Focus Sash Frostlass was a way for me to just deal with a setup Garchomp, and without my Focus Sash, I decided to just let Frostlass die here. I also honestly thought that my Ice Beam would kill this thing, but surprisingly, Ice Beam does not kill, and Frostlass is going to go down. But, I mean, In retrospect, it's okay, you know, that's great damage on this guy. My thing is I cannot Oko the Garchomp because I am not running Ice Beam on my loaded. So I just decided to bring in Lando because that's a free U-turn. And also Psychic kills here. I believe this is where I bust out my Psychic on the Landorus, getting great chip on the Weezing. He decides to switch back out into Cradilly, and every time I've gone Cradilly, I just put a wall in front of it because I didn't have the best way to deal with it, especially after Frostlass died. Frostlass, I'm pretty sure this thing is weak to ice types. So he goes into Kitten Claws. I believe I click Defog here just to get off the sticky webs, and he's just got a Dark Pulse that doesn't even kill Mandibuzz, but I do get a U-turn off. U-turn Mandibuzz, I believe it was at -1, but we go into Landorus here, and I U-turn. I click Toxic here just in case he wanted to preserve something, but I think I was way better off just going for the Flamethrower. And that was a great play by him, just going for Pain Split, because at this point he probably just wants the Weezing to die. He doesn't really have anything that wants to switch in on it, so I just went for a Toxic, and that probably wasn't the best play. Here I go for Flamethrower, and this is where the battle really turned on its head. You know, he brings in his Garchomp, and I'm like, you know what, I should probably swing, but in the off chance that he decides to go behind a sub or anything, you know, Landorus should be fine. I put it at minus attack, and I'm pretty sure it can't just Oko Landorus anyways. Now, this thing goes for Swords Dance. We see that it's Adrenaline. Hold on, I don't know if you guys were peeping that if you were watching me, but you see the Intimidate go off, and then you see the Adrenaline Orb go off. Now, I'm like a little nervous. I'm like, hold on, it shouldn't be able to do anything to me at +1, right? He busts out a whole Aqua Tail, and then the Aqua Tail just straight up killed me. I was like, what the heck? I was like, dang, maybe I should have went my loaded. And then it's looking real grim. +1 freaking Garchomp. I put my loaded right in front of it, and he just switches out, surprisingly. I went for the haze because I was just like, you know what, let me stop this thing right now. But he decides to just switch out. Goes for the Infestation as I switch out into Licky Licky. Licky Licky can actually 1v1 Cradilly, but at that point I was like, man, how do I even deal with the Garchomp in the back? Because it literally just came right back. Every time I saw it, I was like sweating. You know, at this point I should have definitely just gone for a Toxic too, but he's like, you know what, I'm setting up the Swords Dance right back again. I go for a Protect because I was so nervous. Oh no, I just switch out. No, that's after the Swords Dance. Let me see, he Swords Dance here. Okay, I switch out into Milo, and then I go for a Haze, right? Or no, I make a big mistake. I went for Scald instead of Haze, and then I'm like, you know what, I could live again though. Okay, I go for Haze that turn, and then Milo dies. Now I know Salazzle is faster, and I just go for a Toxic. He goes for the Dragon Claw and kills me. Now, I'm gonna need a lot of poison turns in order to kill this Garchomp. Now I go Licky Licky. I'm pretty sure I click Protect here just so that I can kill it. And look, he goes for a Swords Dance because at that point he was at neutral. I could have even tried to kill it this turn, and then I see the Swords Dance, and I'm like, oh boy, I really messed this up because he can definitely kill me now. At this point, he goes for a Dragon Claw. I decide to sack my Mandibuzz so that it could take the hit. Well, switch in Mandibuzz, die to Dragon Claw, and I'm absolutely certain at this point that I need a double Protect in order for Garchomp to die. So I was just like, hopefully I could get it. You know, I put myself this deep in a hole. I gotta see what I can do. I get off the first Protect, that's fine, guaranteed, and now it's just this last Protect that I gotta get through. He lives, and I get the double Protect. The Toxic kills the Garchomp, and now because the Cradilly is also Toxic, I decide to just Wish Protect and Wish Protect. Now at this point, Zamora cut off his audio, but on my side, I actually talk it through because it's a lot to think about. Especially right here, he obviously doesn't want his Cradilly to be taking too much Toxic chip. So while we're sitting in front of each other, he decides to take a turn to switch into Thundurus. Now, Thunderous, after switching in, it got actually a lot of health. I went for a Witch on that same turn because that was just my optimal play while he was pressing Power Whip. Now, after the Lead Seed, it actually went up a considerable amount of health, and he also reset the Toxic on Cradilly. Because Cradilly comes in, it's at 95, and then it goes actually all the way back up to 122. So before the Toxic started doing extra damage, it was just healing. And we decided to sit in front of each other again. I had to make a great play and catch his switch into Thunderous right here, and I believe this is where the battle like really turned when I went for the body slam on that. So Licky was able to kill the Thunderous, and I was actually able to stall out the Cradilly. I'm not gonna put anybody through that because it's not the best, but this is what got Battle of the Week. Oh my god, I didn't even have it up. This is what got Battle of the Week, and like I said, it got Battle of the Week because everything was every battle wasn't really that close. Like, it was close to a point. This battle, it had a big back and forth to where I seemed like I was in control, and then he definitely put me on a back foot, and then at the end, like, I kind of just went through the motions and clutched it out. Whereas in other battles, somebody just got the lead and then they kind of just won. Like I said, I'm not sure what happened in the Delphin or New Wave battle, but hopefully I could see that soon enough. After that, I'm pretty sure that's it. Shouts out to everybody for popping out for the for week 2 of the FBO. Hopefully we can get that footage of New Wave versus Delphin. Like I said, I'm really looking forward to it. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Hopefully week 3, we already got some matches in. We're gonna do the PR soon. I'm just waiting for more footage to be uploaded to do the awards. Hopefully I could get that out next week because I am going on another vacation. Yes sir. So I don't know how I'm gonna get this PR done with Kiwi, but we'll see what happens. Like I said before, the coaches' channels are in the description. If you haven't checked them out, make sure you subscribe, watch their videos. Great content over there. Shouts out to the FBO. See you guys in the next one. Peace.